Domestic violence remains a big problem both here in the Triangle and across the country.
According to the North Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence, there were 64 domestic violence homicides last year alone. 8 were in Wake County, 6 were in Cumberland County.
Our Amy Cutler takes a closer look at the issue and the bill that could help protect victims.
You're supposed to feel safe in your own home, but for some, that isn't the case.
I was in a relationship and it was just words and a little push and shove here and there, and then it started to be where I was being controlled in every way, mentally, physically, financially.
Kim asked that we not use her last name. She says she was a victim of domestic violence.
I was strangled, had nose broken, concussions, pretty much any type of injury you could think of, I had it.
Kim tells us it wasn't until she was pregnant, concerned for more than her own safety, that she reached out to my sister's house in Rocky Mount for help. It's a domestic abuse treatment center.
I mean, if I had stayed in that situation, I wouldn't be here today. There's no doubt about it.
Kim was lucky. CBS North Carolina dug into the data. SBI statistics reveal that in 2014, 119 people were killed as a result of domestic violence. In 2015, there were 99 domestic violence-related homicides.
As she got in the door, he'd stabbed her in the back, and so she was already pretty critically wounded.
Deborah Holt's daughter, Allison, was killed by her estranged husband 7 years ago. It happened just 2 days after Allison filed for a restraining order against him. Police said she was stabbed 18 times. Her 5-year-old son found her.
He said he couldn't seem to wake her up, and so he ran in the house to get Band-Aids to repair her wounds, and he said he couldn't find enough Band-Aids.
Allison left behind 3 young children. In the wake of her death, Holt has been working with state lawmakers pushing for House Bill 46. It would establish a pilot program in Forsyth County, allowing judges to order some domestic violence offenders to wear GPS tracking devices. 24 other states already use them. Randolph County here in North Carolina has a program in place.
I think it's a very useful tool. It works good for us. We've had good results with it.
Sheriff Robert Graves explaining they've been using these devices since 2008. Zones are set up detailing where an offender can and can't be. A schedule of when they're allowed to be in certain zones, even an approved route, can be included. If that offender isn't following the rules, that device will alert deputies.
It monitors their location 24 hours a day, so they're pretty much tied into an area that they have to be in.
Allison's law goes a step further and would alert the victim as well as law enforcement if an offender gets too close. Representative Donnie Lambeth is one of the sponsors.
This is intended as a tool to help alert the victim that someone's in their area that is dangerous, that they know.
I'm just convinced that if women have just a few, or men, if they have just a few minutes warning, that can make all of the difference.
As for Kim, she now has her own place, a job, and most importantly, a happy, safe son.
I'm not where I want to be, but came a long ways from where I was.
Amy Cutler, CBS North Carolina.
Under the current program in Randolph County, an offender is arrested if found outside an approved zone. As for Allison's law, if it passes, the Department of Public Safety would work out the specifics for the statewide law.